Hi, I'm Debra Atkinson, and this is the Flipping 50 Show, where I help you tune up, reset, and prepare for your second and best half with the vitality and the energy that you want. In every episode, I answer questions from women just like you about what they're struggling with most, and I provide you the solutions to what should you eat, how should you exercise, and give you lifestyle flips so that you can get the most results in the least amount of time. If you have a question, send it to me at flipping50tv.com, and if I choose your question for the show, I'll send you some gifts and goodies I'll tell you a little bit more about later. Even if I don't choose your question, I'm going to send you right away my Muscles in Minutes guide with a special bonus section on how to tone those hard to tone areas. Today's question comes from Karen, who writes, "My biggest challenge is staying committed. I seriously want to lose weight and stay healthy. I start a healthy weight loss eating program and exercise routine. I lose weight, become committed to the whole program, and then see that I'm not as bad compared to others my age or even younger, and slowly go back to not so healthy eating and less exercise. My stress level is at 2 out of 10. Why do I keep self-sabotaging?" Karen, the solution I have for you today is a two-parter. And I have to admit, when I first sat down and thought, how am I going to help you get your mojo back and keep it, I probably fell into the same trap you have many times. Let's get you accountable. Let's get you a trainer, sign you up for a class, set some new goals. But what if pushing harder, doing a to-do list, and keeping you accountable just gets you right back to the same spot? So I'm going to ask you to shelve those ideas for a little while. And we're going to really dig to what's underneath why you keep getting in your own way. Believe me, the exercises that I'm going to have you do today are a lot harder than picking up a weight. I'm going to ask you to cross-train your brain. Karen, most of the time when we set goals, we look for your why. Today, we're going to ask, what's your why not? Why are you not following through, and why are you resisting what it is that's really important? There are 5 key reasons why most of my clients get in their own way. Number 1 is fear. So if you've been hurt before, you've got an old foot injury, could it be that you subconsciously are worried that you'll get hurt again? So if there's some truth to that, or something else that you're worried about might happen, if you're thinking about going out on a bike ride and you've heard somebody recently went over the handlebars, is that a part of what's going on? Ask yourself, what's the reality of that happening or recurring? And ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? But don't forget to ask the other part, what's the best that could happen? And by simply going through that series of questions, you might have de-escalated the amount of fear that you have and the resistance you have to your goal. So number 2, not knowing what to do. So even though we've got this information flooding at us about nutrition, about how to exercise, and about lifestyle habits that everyone is telling you should do, we're hearing do interval training, do yoga, eat eggs, eat egg whites, don't eat eggs. It's overwhelming and it makes you spin, and I don't mean on a bike. So if you really are unclear about what to do, it's hard to be motivated to do anything at all. So I do want you to educate yourself and be a critical thinker about what you're doing, and know for sure you feel solid, you're on the right path. Those are the first 2. Let's come back for the next 3 right after I share a few thoughts. If the exercise and the nutrition programs that you've been using aren't working anymore, or maybe you never had to worry about that and suddenly you do, I created the After 50 Fitness Formula for Women online course just for you. If hormones have changed the game, we need to change the strategy. And I'm going to walk you through how to know what to eat, how to exercise, how much to rest, and how to get the right amount of sleep so that your hormone signs and symptoms go away and you have the energy and the vitality that you want. If you're ready to get started, promo code as my gift, I am ready at foreverfitandfab.com to take $30 off the course right now. Welcome back, Karen, to Why Not? Number 3 is all about an inner values conflict, meaning you might have two real deep-seated values that you don't think can coexist together. So if you're feeling pulled in two directions, here's what I want you to think about. You're this established businesswoman with a persona of being strong, safe, secure, and all of a sudden, you want to do these new kinds of adventures, maybe in an environment where you feel like a fish out of water, and they don't work together in your mind. I want you to take a pencil to a piece of paper and draw a line right down the middle. Put each of those values on half of the paper and see if you can write all the traits and descriptors about each of those values until you have them balanced on both sides. Number 4, Karen, is loneliness. So being independent, not having to make an appointment or having somebody else count on you can be convenient, but other times it can be really lonely and you can easily let yourself off the hook. So to that I say, find yourself a virtual community. You don't have to have an appointment, but you can be mutually seeking the same goals or training with somebody across the country. Get in touch with your sister, or you can get in touch with somebody across the globe for that matter, and keep yourself accountable by having that group to report to. And Karen, the last one, number 5 on your exercises is going against the tribe. Let's face it, 80% of our population is not making the right nutrition choices, not trying to exercise or make lifestyle choices so that they feel better. That means your friends, your family, your colleagues, your clients, the people you hang with are making it a little harder for you to do the right thing. So if you go out to dinner and you order something more healthy on the menu, or you skip dessert, or you say no because you want to get to bed earlier, that all takes willpower, and that gets old unless you're 100% committed to your goal and excited by it. So here's how we're going to find out whether that's true or not. Your biology doesn't lie. So what I want you to do is to get into a comfortable position. If you meditate, get seated, get comfortable. If you like to do yoga, do a few poses and then let your body relax. And I want you to unpack and try on each of your goals. So think about the things that you've decided that are really important to you about the number of times you want to exercise, how many times you want to meet with your trainer, what it is you want for your end results, and pay attention as that washes over you to whether you tighten and constrict or whether you spontaneously smile, and take that as a hint that you're on the right path. But if something makes you tighten up and it's a goal that you've said is important to you, you need to scrap those goals and we need to come up with some other ways to get you excited about what you're doing. There's no way to logically make yourself get excited about a goal. So Karen, you've done the exercises and you really know where that resistance is coming from, why you get in your own way. Now, I want you to go fly a kite. So imagine you've got a hold of the end of a string and on the other end is a kite. You've got to have just the right amount of tension. If you have too much, you're really going to struggle and pull against it. And if you don't have any, you're going to have a hard time getting that kite off the ground. Your stress level is at a 2 out of 10, which may sound great, but where your goals and your motivation is concerned, not so good. You need that optimal level of tension, just enough nervousness and excitement in a balance to keep you going. So what I want you to do from here on out is choose a goal, something that feels like a stretch and out of your comfort zone. So every quarter, maybe every month, you choose a bike ride that's a longer distance than you've ever gone. or you choose a kayaking retreat to somewhere that's a little risky. You choose something much more exciting and much more maybe nerve-wracking so that you get yourself on the hook. So the key flip of the day is find your optimal degree of tension. If you have a goal that makes you a little bit nervous and a little bit excited, you've got it. Karen, thanks so much for your question, and let us know what your goal is this quarter and how it goes. And now I'd like to hear from you. Have you had this self-sabotaging problem yourself when things are going well? Or maybe for you, when things weren't going well and you didn't see results? Let me know what your question is and send it to me at flipping50tv.com. If I choose your question for the show, I will send you exclusive access to the After 50 Fitness Formula for Women online course and a copy of my book, You Still Got It, Girl. Plus, you get a trio of full-size products from my friends at Anne Marie Skincare. Even if I don't choose your question for the show, right away I'm going to send you my Muscles in Minutes guide so you can get busy toning those hard-to-tone areas. And if you've got cellulite, you're going to love this. So what are you waiting for? Let's start flipping 50 together.